Thanks for watching. We're in Leelanau County, most specifically Glen Lake High School, where behind us you may be able to see the brand new football field, still finishing touches being put on. And this is a big deal here in Glen Lake, the high school. To my left, Superintendent of Schools Sandra Scott, and to my right, head football coach Jerry Andrews. And Coach, let me just start with you quickly. Last season, your team went all the way to the state finals. Didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, but really capping the resurrection of the Glen Lake football program. Just talk just a little bit about what it meant for you last year.
Well, I think one of the biggest things when you take over a program, you want to try to get to that finals at Ford Field, and that's kind of one of our goals every year, of course. And it was just great to get there, especially being able to do it with my son and getting this team going, bringing back the tradition that Bill Hollenbeck has created.
Mm-hmm.
And
here and at the school, as we watch the final touches being put on, getting ready for your home opener this season, on a beautiful day. This is kind of a small college feel to it. You played college ball. Mm-hmm. What do you think about this brand new turf field that you got going here?
Well, I think it's just great for us. It's great for the community. It's great for the school district. It's funny because Sander, who's also with us, had talked about that this was the soccer field with football lines painted on it. And he's right, because it's one of those things that we as coaches, I'm also with the track program. This is an opportunity for all sports teams to use. And I think that's the one thing, once the community sees that, it's going to be totally awesome for all of us.
All right, Sandra Scott to my left, Superintendent of Schools, also basketball legend in Northern Michigan. What does all this mean to you to see this? And it's not just the football field. I mean, you've been doing a lot of things over the past 2 or 3 years here at the school. But what does this mean?
Well, I just think it means, Vic, that our board is just committed to excellence in every facet of our organization. And whether that's our brand new library media center, when people drive by our facility, they don't see that. They see this, and then they might think it's all about athletics. It's not all about athletics at Glen Lake. It's all about excellence. And so they want to have the best fields, the best athletic facilities, the best learning environment overall. And that's the challenge for us, who serve in the administration, is making sure that we push that envelope on their behalf.
Now, it may, because of budgets being tight, and we hear that story a lot with school districts and whatnot, there may have been some sort of pushback to spending this kind of money on just athletics, quote unquote, but that's part of being in school, and that's part of education.
It's definitely a part of it, but it's not just for extracurricular athletics. Mm-hmm. Our phys ed teachers, Jerry's a phys ed teacher. We have 2 other phys ed teachers. They're going to be able to be out here, have kids be on this field. Our spring sports will be able to get out earlier and play and practice our baseball, softball teams. So it's really about, we want our kids healthy bodies, active minds, active bodies, and the turf, the artificial turf, allows for more usability, which means kids are going to be moving more. Mm-hmm. And if you ever talk to a phys ed teacher, that's like the first thing out of their mouth, right? Get kids moving, and I think that if there were a natural solution that would allow that kind of usability, everybody would have been in favor of that. The board would have absolutely wanted that. The difference with this is just kids being able to move on it often, and that's what it's all about. Now,
Coach Andrews, you and I are roughly the same age. I think you're slightly older than I am, but I am an old school guy. I like to see kids get out there in the football field and come back dirty with turf in their helmet and all that kind of good stuff. But still, at the same time, playing on a surface like this that is going to be the same day in and day out must make a big difference.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, we played in a game last year in the Snow Bowl, and it was great watching those kids come out from that. But, one of the biggest things is a safe surface.
Yep.
And I think that's what most of the schools across the country are going to. The colleges are going to, the pros are going to. It's a safe surface. It's softer. They got a measuring tool on it on, softness. I think that the field's like 60 and the grass is like 120. Mm-hmm. And of course, what we're standing on is 180 or whatever. But what my point is that, and it's always going to be the same. There's no holes. There's no craters. There's no water sprinkler heads to trip on. And so I think that's going to be the big thing with it.
And, of course, you've already made your hotel reservations for Thanksgiving in Detroit, right?
Yeah, our family's going down there. My wife's from that area, so we do Thanksgiving down there every other year.
So you'll be there anyway.
Yeah, what's going on that weekend anyways? I'm not sure. Oh, the Lions.
In Glen Lake, talking, a lot of different things at Glen Lake High School. I'm Vic McCarty for My News 26.